Hey guys, it's Drac on Everyday Alchemy, and I found the Venser versus Koth duel decks today. And these are just really neat. They're brand new and I'm eager to get a look at the decks. I've been told that you're not supposed to open the duel decks because they're more valuable sealed, but I really want to play with these decks, and the Draculina does too. She'd rather be Koth though, so it looks like I've got to play Venser. I think we both like the red deck better. Anyway, I like the packaging of these. I like how the two planeswalkers are facing off. On the back it's showing that they've redone some of the art for some of the cards, and I'm not sure what's valuable in these decks. I know that the planeswalkers themselves are. I know that they're still both standard legal too, because they were Miraidon, I think they were Scars of Miraidon planeswalkers. So, inside the box you get a deck box for Koth and a deck box for Venser. I will toss those to the Draculina to assemble, but they look like this. It's the same art that's on their cards. Now they have been reprinted for this series. You've got Koth of the Hammer and Venser the Soulgener. I'm probably mispronouncing that. If I am, I apologize. They have the same abilities, and they both drop emblems for their ultimates, so I hope that they've given us some cool emblems in here. As with the Ajani versus Nicol Bolas dual decks, there's a huge kind of flavor text pamphlet that folds out here, and it just gives you the deck lists for both and talks about strategies for both. And then on the other side it talks about how they're both Miraidon planeswalkers trying to save their planes from Phyrexia, but they go about it in different ways. Now, I will open the decks themselves. I'll start with Koth because I'm looking forward to that one the most. Although it looks like the Draculina is going to get the Koth deck, because she usually gets what she wants. Alright, so obviously you start with Koth. He's the big planeswalker. There's two plated Geopedes, which are great. They have the landfall ability. They must be from Zendikar. Pygmy Pyrosaur Pilgrim's Eye. It's a Thopter that allows you to get more land out. Aether Membrane, Defender with Reach, and if it blocks a creature, you get to bounce that creature. So that's a pretty cool defender. I don't know what that's from. Fiery Hellhounds, those are pretty standard fare. They have the built-in fire-breathing ability. Volshock Sorcerer, she's great. She's a 3-drop that you can tap on the turn to deal 1 damage to target creature or player. She's like a better version of a Fire Slinger. Anger. Anger looks like it has been redone the art for. I didn't like the old art, but now it's got Koth, and he's pretty upset. So, I guess that makes sense. We've got Kosi's Ravager, which is another landfall, Volshock Berserker, Bloodfire Kavu, Stone Giant, Geyser Glider, Lithophage, Torchling. Torchling is neat. It's got a ton of abilities, and it looks like it was a rare. You can pay red mana to untap it, to make things block it, and to change the targets of spells to it. You can also pay mana to up its stats one way or the other. Lots of abilities, very versatile card. Chartooth Cougar, Earth Servant, Greater Stone Spirit, Bloodfire Colossus. This is just a huge drop, but it's very powerful. It's a 6/6 that you can sack to do 6. Wayfarer's Bauble, looks like that just gets more mountains out. Lots of different equipments and artifacts. This one lets you get more land. This one lets you get land. The Volshock Morningstar is just a... There's a lot of Volshock stuff in here because Koth is Volshock, but these, depending upon what their drop and their equip cost are, give you that much. So the Morningstar is +2/+2, the Battle Gear is +3/+3. Searing Blaze, I'm starting to find some of the burn in here. Downhill Charge, which lets you can sack a mountain instead of paying the cost, so it's good late game. Seismic Strike, Spire Barrage, Jaws of Stone, Volley of Boulders, that's crazy burn, and it has flashback. And then all of the mountains, it looks like they're mostly Miraidon mountains that have been reprinted. They're entirely Miraidon mountains. And it's all mountains for this deck's mana base because Koth is all about the mountains, and sure enough, they did print an emblem. It's Koth's hammer emblem, where if you get off his ultimate, mountains you control have the ability to tap to deal 1 to target creature or player. Very cool. So I'm going to gather all of these up so the Draculina can put them in her box. Alright, now I'll take a look at the Venser deck, just run through it pretty quickly. I'm not as excited about this deck because it looks like it's going to be a white weenie deck with a splash of control, but we'll see. We have, actually it looks like it's all about draw engine. White Man Lion, which allows you to bounce one of your creatures if you want. Augury Owl, which you'd want to bounce because when you put it into play you get to scry 3. It's almost like a ponder with a body. We've got Coral Fighters, Sightbender, Mist Meadow Witch, which has a Kithkin on it. Scroll Thief, you get 2 of those. The Invisimancer, the Slith Strider. These are pretty effective in this deck. They're like Stromkirk Nobles, but if they get blocked you get to draw a card, so again there's more draw engine for Venser here. Sky Spirit, which is just a flying first strike. Wall of Denial, that's this deck's wall. It looks like it's a defender, and instead of having reach it has straight up flying, and then it's got shrouds, so it's just a really effective wall. Gale Powder Mage, Core Cartographer, that'll let you get more land. Clone, which lets you play it as a copy. Cryptic Annelid, Primal Plasma, Sawtooth Loon, Cash Raiders, Wind Reaver. This is a very cool card. It's another one like in Koth's deck. It just has a ton of abilities. Very effective. It's also a 5-drop. Jedich Dragoon, Sunblast Angel. That's kind of this deck's beat stick, I guess. Sphinx of Uthun. This came in one of the M12 starter decks. I do not think it's particularly effective in any deck, really, but it is in this deck, so I guess if you ever have 7 mana, you can use it. Path to Exile, that's good removal. Preordain, which is allowing you to scry. Sigil to Sleep is good. Revoke Existence. Angelic Shield and O-Ring, which is always good removal for any deck with white. Safe Passage, which just buys you time. It's like a white fog. Steel of Godheed, which is good for a dual blue-white because it gives you some great abilities. Vanish into Memory. Overrule, which shuts down some serious cards. And then we're into the mana base. This is a dual land. This looks like a fetch land in the colors. These are all in white-blue colors. This one, when you play it, allows you to scry, but it slows down your mana base. More dual land. This one allows you to give something flying when you play it, and then we've got some Miraidon Plains and some Miraidon Islands. And then at the back we have the Venser emblem, which allows you to exile a permanent every time you cast a spell. So those are the dual decks for Venser versus Koth. I'm sure that they've been balanced to play equivalently to one another, so it should be fun to play with these casually with the Draculina, and I look forward to doing so. If you guys have any questions or any comments, drop them in the section below, and as always, thanks for watching.